1. A city of shadows. The city never truly slept. Even at night, the streets hummed with the glow of neon lights and the quiet hum of hover vehicles. People moved in organized chaos, and every corner seemed to hold some secret. My name is Ryan Cade, a freelance tech engineer who had relocated to Neo-Velora, a sprawling metropolis on the edge of human-controlled space. Neo-Velora was unlike any other city I had known. Its towering skyscrapers reached into the clouds, and its bustling markets sold goods from countless star systems. Yet despite its size and vibrancy, I often felt invisible, just another human in a city filled with strange beings from across the galaxy. It was during one of my nightly walks through a quieter district that I first noticed her. 2. The alien woman in the alley. She sat on the edge of a neon-lit fountain, her posture withdrawn, as if she were trying to shrink from the world. At first glance, she looked fragile, slender arms, long silver hair, and a pale, almost translucent skin that shimmered faintly under the neon glow. But her eyes were impossible to ignore. They glowed a gentle violet, and when she looked at me, it was as though she could see every thought in my mind. I paused. Curiosity outweighed caution. "Are you okay?" I asked softly. She flinched slightly, not expecting a human to approach her. "I am functional," she replied in perfect common. But there was a strange undertone to her voice, a mixture of caution and something else I couldn't identify. 3. The unlikely friendship. Over the next few weeks, I began to see her more often. I learned her name was Lyrielle, a citizen of the alien planet Celestrian, though she had lived in Neo-Velora for years, hiding from both human and alien authorities. She was lonely, isolated by her exotic appearance and the xenophobic tendencies of certain human factions in the city. Despite her caution, she began seeking me out. Sometimes she would appear at my favorite cafe, sitting silently in the corner, or leave a small gift outside my apartment door, a glowing crystal, a tiny mechanical device, or an unfamiliar flower that thrived without water. At first, I thought she was just expressing gratitude, but her behavior slowly became personal. She watched my routines, memorized my habits, and began speaking more openly. Yet she never mentioned the reason for her careful attentiveness. 4. A glimpse behind the mask. One rainy evening, as I helped her fix a malfunctioning communication device, I noticed something peculiar. She was nervous, her hands fidgeting constantly, her normally composed demeanor faltering. "Lyrielle, what's wrong?" I asked, genuinely concerned. She looked away, then back at me with her violet eyes, shimmering with an intensity one hadn't seen before. "Ryan, humans have customs about selection," she said slowly. "Customs about choosing a partner." I frowned. "A partner? You mean dating?" Her cheeks flushed faintly. "Yes, but more binding. On my planet, there are rituals, commitments to a future spouse." I laughed nervously, unsure whether she was joking. "Wait, are you saying you've chosen me?" She nodded subtly, almost shyly. "Secretly, yes." The words hung in the air. My heart raced. This wasn't just admiration or friendship. She had made a choice, a private, deliberate, and irrevocable choice, to consider me as her future husband. 5. The cultural clash. At first, I didn't know how to react. Humans had relationships, yes, but being chosen in secret, especially by an alien, it was overwhelming. Lyrielle explained the customs of her people. On Celestrian, individuals could choose a mate early in life, and the decision was respected by the community, even across planets. The chosen partner was expected to honor the commitment once both parties consented. Breaking it was considered dishonorable. This revelation left me conflicted. I felt honored and terrified at the same time. A lifetime commitment before even understanding what her culture demanded was daunting. Yet, beneath her gentle gaze, there was something undeniable. She had not forced me. She had simply chosen, silently and with care. 6. Growing closer. Over time, Lyrielle and I grew closer. We shared stories of our respective worlds. I taught her human technology, and she shared the wonders of Celestrian art, music, and philosophy. One evening, as we walked through Neo-Velora's floating gardens, she revealed her greatest fear. Ryan, if humans knew I had chosen you, if the wrong factions found out, it could bring danger to both of us. I grasped her hand instinctively. Then we keep it a secret. We're in this together. Her eyes softened, and a small smile appeared. Yes, together. That night, for the first time, I realized our bond had evolved beyond friendship. There was trust, care, and a growing warmth between us that transcended species, culture, and even language. 7. The threat emerges. The danger Lyrielle feared arrived sooner than expected. A clandestine group of xenophobic humans, known for targeting alien residents, discovered her presence in the city. They considered her choice of a human partner as an affront to their ideology. One night, our apartment was breached. Alarms blared, and armed intruders stormed in. Lyrielle acted swiftly. She projected a force field, shielding both of us, while I hacked the building's security systems to trap the intruders temporarily. "Run!" she shouted. We escaped into the neon-lit streets, using her knowledge of the city's hidden pathways. For hours, we evaded pursuit, narrowly avoiding capture. It was in those moments of crisis that I realized the depth of my feelings. I wasn't just helping her survive. She had become indispensable to me, and I suspected she felt the same way. 8. The revelation. After the ordeal, we took refuge in an abandoned sector of Neo-Velora. Exhausted and bruised, we finally had a moment alone. "Ryan," Lyrielle whispered, her voice trembling, "I chose you because I saw something rare, something human, something that mattered." I pulled her into a gentle embrace. "Lyrielle, I'm honored, and I want to choose you too." Her violet eyes widened. You would?" "I would," I said firmly. "I don't fully understand everything about your customs yet, but I want to learn. And I want to be with you." A quiet understanding passed between us. The fear, the secrecy, the danger, they were all part of the journey. But now, our bond was mutual. 9. Planning our future. Over the next few weeks, we worked together to secure a safe home in the city. Lyrielle introduced me to aspects of her culture, rituals, traditions, and even the symbolic preparation for a Celestrian union. We practiced communication techniques, learned to adapt to each other's habits, and slowly, the idea of marriage became real, not as an obligation, but as a shared promise. The process deepened our connection. I learned patience, empathy, and a deeper understanding of what it meant to respect another being's culture. And Lyrielle learned the complexities of human emotions, compromise, spontaneity, and humor. 10. The ceremony. Months later, in a hidden rooftop garden overlooking Neo-Velora's glowing skyline, we performed a small but meaningful Celestrian union ceremony. No one attended but us, the city lights, and the stars above. Lyrielle recited vows in her native tongue, and I mirrored them as best as I could. The moment our hands touched and the ritual concluded, I felt a profound sense of belonging, both to her and to something larger than myself. Lyrielle smiled, her golden eyes glimmering with happiness. "You truly chose me as well," she whispered. "I did," I replied, "and I'll keep choosing you every day." It was more than a ceremony. It was a promise, a bond that bridged worlds, species, and cultures. And as we stood together, Watching the city's neon lights flicker like distant stars, I realized something incredible. Love wasn't just human. It was universal. 11. A new beginning. Life after the ceremony was not without challenges. The xenophobic groups still lingered, and living as a cross-species couple in a sprawling metropolis required vigilance. Yet, with Lyrielle by my side, each challenge became surmountable. We built a life of understanding, respect, and affection. Our bond became a story whispered among the hidden corners of Neo-Velora, a tale of two beings who defied societal norms and cultural divides to choose each other. I never imagined that a lonely alien woman could secretly choose me as her future husband. But in doing so, she transformed my life in ways I could never have expected. And now, the city wasn't just a place of shadows and neon. It was a home we built together. Because sometimes love transcends species, language, and even the farthest reaches of the galaxy.